Hello, Chiamero TV viewers, and welcome to Siasa. My name is Godfrey Mutiga. Today we speak to Madam Felicity Berere, woman rep aspirant on the Bas Party. Madam Felicity, welcome to Siasa.
Thank you Mutiga. Happy to be on Siasa.
Thank you very much.
Asante.
All right, Mheshimiwa, let's begin our conversation this way. Why are you running for the woman rep of Meru?
I'm running for the women rep, Meru County.
Yes.
Number one, because I'm a woman.
Okay.
And number two, because I'm qualified for the position.
Okay.
I'm academically qualified. I'm a graduate of Human Resource Management of Kenyatta University. I have a master's in peace management and conflict resolution, and I'm a continuing PhD student in governance. I also have an experience in leadership, so I have the leadership skills through practice, through my experience, and through training, because I've done courses like Mwongozo and other leadership courses, both short and long. Okay. Yes. Actually, my PhD is leadership and governance. All right. So I have the academic knowledge on leadership and the practical, because I have been in leadership for a long time. I have not been in grassroots politics, but I've been involved in boardroom leadership, where I have sat on a lot of boards. That was my area of preference, actually, before I got the interest of getting into grassroots politics. I've served in boards like Geothermal Development Corporation. I've served in boards like Kenya Pipeline Company. I've served in boards like Kenya Private Sector Alliance, National Environment Complaints Committee, which is the environmental ombudsman. And I resigned from the board of Meru County Investment and Development Corporation. And this is the seat that actually gave me the interest to get into politics. Okay. Yeah.
I'm also sure people would like to know you in a nutshell. Who is Felicity?
Felicity Berere is a daughter of Meru, daughter of the soil, born and bred in Meru, married in Meru. I'm a mother of 3 children. Okay. This is my home where I am married. I'm born in Tigania West also, in a place called Mituntu, which is near the Roire Catholic Church. So that is who I am. I'm passionate. I love people. I like environmental conservation matters, and generally just making sure that sustainable development is around us or surrounds us. Yeah, so those are some of the things that I'm passionate about.
I know most probably this is a discussion maybe you should have. You're saying you love for the people. Is that most probably why you want to run, because you love the people?
Yes. Because, no man is an island. Okay. You need friends, you need relatives. Even if you lock yourself in your house, you'll always go out. We are social beings. And I enjoy being with people. Okay. But what frustrates me is when you see poverty, when you see problems that you probably can't solve, that's a bit stressing for me. Okay. I don't like going to hospitals. I don't like to see poverty. So I'm willing to do something about it. Okay. Just to ensure that there is equity, there is a more equitable society where we don't have too many people having nothing and too few people having it all. Okay. That's not fair. Yeah.
And then, now, what's your agenda for the people of Meru?
My agenda for the people of Meru is, first and foremost, up on the list is unity. Unity of purpose, unity of leadership. All sorts of leadership in Meru. Political class, religious leaders, social leaders. We need all leadership on board. What the Mzungu calls all hands on deck. So that we discuss the development and the well-being of Meru County and the people of Meru. Okay. I believe when they say divided we fall, united we stand, it's very, very true. And there's also the other principle of divide and rule. So when we are not united, there is going to be no development, Mutiga, for sure. And even if we do, it will be too slow. Okay. Yeah.
So that's the only agenda?
No, that's the first agenda. Okay. My second, I have 4 pillars. Okay. My second agenda or my second pillar is peace. peace. We all need peace, both inner peace and outer peace.
Okay.
So I'm going, inner peace, when there's poverty, people don't have peace.
Okay.
Outer peace is absence of war, or what I call Matusi. You saw what happened at Gitoro the other day when Mama Ida Odinga was here. She was booed. That's political intolerance, and that can actually break a country when people become so intolerant of each other. So we need peace, and we need people.
You condemn the...
I condemn.
What happened in Gitoro?
No. She just came. She was invited as a guest.
Yes.
And she was giving her speech or greeting the women.
Yes.
But somehow, I don't know whether it was incitement or what happened, or whether it was intolerance, and they stopped her from addressing. I mean, they didn't want her. They didn't let her address the meeting peacefully. So that is not right, because you know what, Motiga?
Yes.
Even as our children are going to contest for presidency,
yes.
You can imagine when we go to their place and they also don't let us to speak.
Yes.
I mean, you have to do unto others what you'd like them to do to you. Yeah, simple.
All right.
Yeah. So peace is my second pillar. My third pillar is development of Meru County.
Okay.
You all know 85% of the money, of the resources is left in the national government. 15% goes to devolution.
Yes.
So this 85% is supposed to cater for some of the common good infrastructure.
Yes.
Highways, dams, universities, the big development.
Yes.
It all happens at the national government. So we need to ensure that as the leadership of Meru County, we fight for equity and equitable distribution of this 85%.
Yes.
And the only way to do this is to ensure that you have a leadership that cares, a leadership that is attentive and keen to whatever is going on around them.
All right.
So once we bring that now, then the county government can be able to do the smaller roads, the piping of the water, and all the, because the functions of the national government
yes.
and the devolved government
yes.
are very clearly demarcated.
Yes.
So once we fight for the national part, and then we ensure there is good governance at the county level, we shall surely develop faster.
Okay.
And my final pillar is personal development.
Okay.
The personal development of the Meru residents, you and me. How are we faring? How do we have enough to meet our needs?
Yes.
Most people are saying the cost of living is too high. It's too expensive. They cannot afford their daily needs. They cannot afford school fees. They cannot afford medical care. So we need to ensure that people have more money and the cost of living is reduced.
Okay.
We have a lot of programs on how to do that. And I'm sure I'll share my manifesto soon with you.
So you haven't done it yet, huh?
It's work in progress. It's being done. And once it's ready, I'll call you people to share it with you.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to be the next women rep for Meru. Do you know what you're going to do? Do your work?
Yes, I do. Like I've told you, my manifesto is work in progress.
Okay.
And all these documents are living documents.
Okay.
You can change them. But my plan, based on the basic research that I have done so far,
yes.
is because the woman representation
yes.
representative
yes.
is an MP like any other.
Yes.
So you have the roles of legislation, representation, and oversight.
Yes.
And then for the woman rep, you have more.
Yes.
You need to look at the welfare of women.
Yes.
You need to look at the welfare of the boy and the girl child. You look at the welfare of the elderly in society, people living with disabilities, widows and widowers.
Yes.
Generally what we call the vulnerable in society. You're supposed to look into their issues. So when it comes to women, most of the women are organized in groups.
Yes.
And they are doing income generating activities
Yes.
or farming.
Yes.
So we need to ensure that in Meru County we are doing profitable businesses. What we put in should be less than what we put in should be less than what we get out, meaning that we make a profit. There is training for that. There are institutions that are supposed to do training, institutions like MSEA, like Women Enterprise Fund, Youth Enterprise Fund, Kenya Industrial Estates. These are all institutions that we are supposed to bring on board to assist these groups and individuals to better their businesses so that they make profit. They are supposed to handhold businesses, prepare them to get loans, prepare them to package and market their products properly if they do cottage industries. So KEBS, KIRDI, all these institutions, we are supposed to actually ensure that we leverage on them so that our businesses benefit.
Okay.
The second aspect is Meru is number 2
Yes.
in teenage pregnancy. Our girls are getting pregnant too soon, so we need to ensure that we have mentorship programs to ensure that they stay in school longer. That can be done because we have many successful women in Meru County.
Okay.
And these are the ones who are going to come back to the schools, to speak to the girls, to encourage them and to try to keep them, to tell them that it's always better when you get an education. Education is an equalizer.
Okay.
So they need to understand that once you have education, you have a better future. People have been complaining about the boy child. They are saying that we are talking about the girl child.
And they forget the boy child.
Yes, there was others saying.
You have a plan for the boy child?
Yes, a very big mentorship program. Yes.
Most probably, now I would like to ask you a question. Anything you intend to do different from the current woman rep, the way she's doing it? Anything you would like to do differently?
I have actually asked the people who are doing the research for me, find out what was she doing right,
Yes.
what is it that they didn't like, and once they bring those results to me, I'll be able to see what is it that she was doing that we want to continue with.
All right.
Because if people say they like this and that, you don't need to do away with it. You can continue with that. But whatever it is that they don't like, we'll do away with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Choose the bus party.
You know, I was a member of the bus even in 2013. So for me, that was my party in 2013. When we folded, I went to Jubilee.
Yes.
And when we revived it, I went back home.
Okay.
So that's why. And as we say in Kimeru, kabage tu. Yeah.
So you believe the bus party will take you to the next level that you want this county to be in terms of women representation?
For me, it's my vehicle of choice to go to parliament. But I think there's an agenda for political party, which is a story for another day.
Okay.
Or even if not another day, today I can tell you that there's a benefit of communities having their own political party.
Okay.
I mean, look at Fort Kenya, look at ANC, look at what, in fact, the Kambas, our sisters and brothers, have 3. They have, I think, is it called, they have NAC, Kenya, they have Wiper, and they have the other one, Chap Chap. And these 3 party leaders are always on the table, negotiating. So you can imagine them, they have 3 people on the negotiating table. Others have 2, others, ANC and Fort Kenya also from the same region. And now put DAP there. So that's 3 people, 3 people. Where is the Meru?
Okay.
We are not on that table. We are from a political party perspective.
Okay.
So I think there's an advantage to having a political party in whatever form and name.
Yeah. What if in August you found yourself, you are the woman rep, but maybe the governor and the other representatives are from different parties? How will you ensure that you still do your representation well?
Remember my pillar number 1,
Yes.
unity. So my intention is to unite with every leader who is elected by the Meru people, regardless of party, creed, religion, color, gender. So once you're in parliament, it doesn't matter what political party you went with, but I know in future people will understand why we need to have a political party. Yeah. But I will cooperate and work with all those. And we have MOUs anyway. Like you had, it's coalition, coalition, coalition. No one political party can be able to have a majority, absolute majority. So it's all a question of coalitions and partnerships. Yeah.
All right, Mheshimiwa, I'll give you a minute to talk to the people of Meru and tell them why they should elect you in come August 2022.
Thank you very much, Mutiga. I want to ask the people of Meru, in all humility, to give me their vote, to be their woman representative. I have an agenda for the county. I have the skills. I am able, I'm capable, I am ready, I am willing, and I want to tell them that I will not let them down. I'm tried, I'm tested, I'm proven. By nature, I'm firm, but very fair, by my own nature. But also, I am not going to be doing any guesswork. I know the issues affecting people, and the most important thing is that I know where to find the solutions. So you're not gambling with me. I am not bored or lacking options and coming into politics because of that. It's just that I want to contribute to the change that I'd like to see in Meru County. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Honorable Felicity Berere.
Yes.
And thank you for gracing Siasa on Chemeru TV.
Asante sana Motiga.
And thank you for hosting us at your place.
Karibu tena.
What a magnificent place it is.
Thank you so much. Karibuni chai.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
And welcome again.
All right.
Thank you.
Chemeru TV viewers, that has been Siasa. I've been hosting Felicity Berere. She wants to become your next woman representative for Meru County. Thank you for subscribing to our channel and your continued support. See you next time. Thank you.